They got a big problem. This story broke Monday afternoon. Austin Ekeler, the star running back, has asked to be traded. Think about that. 7,700 all purpose yards. He has carried that team through bad times into good times with the kid quarterback Justin Herbert. He's grossly underpaid at $6 million a year. And they've been negotiating for the last couple of weeks, and they could not get to a number. I'm sure the Chargers offered a big pay hike, but I don't think the Chargers are giving him $20 million. It's a big issue. He, through his agent, asked for permission to go to other clubs and negotiate a trade. Chargers have not yet responded as to whether they're going to do that or if they're just going to play hardball with him. He doesn't have any bargaining power because he owes them one more year. Mm-hmm. And they could still franchise tag him and keep him a year from now. But are you going to create all that bad ill will? Do you not have a responsibility to take care of one of your in-house guys? You've taken care of other in-house guys, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They still have to address the fifth-year contract option and the extension for Justin Herbert, which is going to be monster guaranteed money when you look at the pay scale of NFL star quarterbacks now. But it won't be the same team. If they let Austin Ekeler go, they will not be the same team. That to me that's a bad business decision. They are talking to teams about deals. They're talking to Cleveland about Johnny Johnson, former safety with the LA Rams. Don't know what the price tag is. He's going to be released by Cleveland. Has not played as well as he'd played in recent years. This story is kind of weird out of Nashville. Tennessee is gutting the franchise. They're getting rid of everybody, and they're losing guys today in free agency. And they have put Derrick Henry, the heavy-duty running back, on the market. Think about this. He's only making $6 million a year. And when you consider he's the best heavy-duty, big-time, big-body running back there is in the league.
Yeah.
He's only making $6 million, and now he sees that all of his partners are gone because of chopped the roster apart. Chargers evidently had conversation with Derrick Henry or with Tennessee about a Derrick Henry trade. Would you trade Austin Ekeler for Derrick Henry? It would just be a swap of $6 million contracts? Or is that a stupid thing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the cap is. It's just a very unusual thing here because all of these players are getting this huge money. I mean, the quarterback's getting $40 million a year or more. Wide receivers and other skill guys getting huge money. It's amazing that not every team is over the cap right now. So I'm surprised by all of this. I just wonder if the economics are going to work out for these teams.
I think the economics catch up to you. John, you can make a big deal today, but it's like your wife and the credit card. You do have to pay the credit card somewhere down road.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in the NFL. All these teams are getting just whacked because they're way over the cap because of contracts they did 3 years ago. The bigger money is coming due now. In addition to talking to Tennessee, or at least we think they're talking to Tennessee about Derrick Henry, there's conversation about Minnesota and Dalvin Cook. The other scary part of what's happened in this last week, the Chargers were $20 million over the cap, had to get below the cap by this Wednesday. They restructured 4 contracts, 4 of their biggest stars. So Keenan Allen moved some of his money back. Mike Williams, who just signed a big contract, he took some pay deferments and some bonus money. So in the arithmetic of the salary cap, the Chargers started to take that $20 million over, whittled it down to $14 million. And then on Sunday, they restructured Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. So the Chargers are now, they went from 20 over to 14 million under. And that's what they got to use.
Okay.
But here's the problem. When you push money out of this year, it goes to next year. The cap figures on those 2 wide receivers next season will be $30 million apiece.
Each.
This will be the final year for either Keenan Allen or Mike Williams because you can't have $30 million cap figures for your receivers for 2024. They gave them space this year, but the cap figure blows up. And look at the cap figure for Khalil Mack next year, $38 million. And Joey Bosa, with his restructure, $36 million. I just don't think you can have that. And if you try to restructure these guys in 2024, that pushes bigger money into 2025. And John, if you don't pay your wife's credit card bill, they're going to come pull the plug on our studio too. So, I mean, the Chargers have got a real issue here with how they're creatively creating cap money now, but what the bill is going to come due. And some of these guys are going to disappear next year, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is incredible because what is the cap right now? It's around 220.
228.
228.
Went up 16 million.
I mean, you got like guys making 40, 30, 25, 36. I mean, you can maybe have 10 players. That's all you can afford. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Now, when those players, they defer money, with interest and inflation and everything else, I mean, you're giving up cash. So I wonder if has the NFL ever done like a Bobby Bonilla deal where they've like extended the payout like 20 years, anything creative like that? Or is that what
I think there's a limit as to the number of years you can put in a contract. You're getting at the average salary, which was what baseball allows. But the NFL, no, because of the injury factor and all of that. Fascinating to see. And on top of everything we just talked about the Chargers, they still have to detail what they're going to do with Justin Herbert's contract extension. And if you look at the free agent money, the checks written to all these quarterbacks, he's not going to stay in San Diego. He's not going to stay in Los Angeles. I don't use the words Los Angeles ever as it relates to the Chargers. They got a tough situation because they're going to have to give him big upfront guaranteed bonus money and big salary going forward. I have no problem with that because he's a star. The owner might have a problem with it because I don't think the owner has big time money. So Chargers got a real issue. Okay, before